Hello ladies and gentlemen, Raven here, and today I want to show you how to add unsupported games to Xfire after the shutdown of the program. In this video I will only show you how to add such games which I already wrote codes for. So if you want to add a game which isn't included in the file that you can download from ModDB, you should wait until I upload a video where I explain how I usually create those codes, because you won't see how this works in this video. So the first thing that you need to do is to open your internet browser, go to ModDB and download the latest version of the Xfire codes for unsupported games file, which is a Word document. So if you don't have Word installed, I will see if I can upload a TXT file which you can open with the editor, which is installed on every Windows machine. So when you have downloaded the file, just drag and drop it to your desktop or wherever you work usually. The next thing that you need to do is to go to your Xfire client and go to Photos, Local Screenshots, then open Directory, then go a folder up and make a backup of your Xfire games ini. In my case I will just copy this into the folder Xfire modding group. Just make sure that you make the backup, because if something goes wrong you will be happy to have your old files still available. Open the Xfire games ini now. And also open the Word document which you downloaded from ModDB. You can now search for the game that you want to support with Xfire by pressing Ctrl and F on your keyboard. This opens this search window, and yes, type in the name or a part of the name of the game that you are looking for and press enter. In my case I want to add the modification Portal Story Smell for Portal 2. So I type in the name, press enter, and this is the first entry in the Word document where you can see that the code is completely functional. So I press enter again, and now we see the actual code. So copy this code and then go to your Xfire games ini, which is on the left side here, and look if this game is already there. So in my case I of course know that the game wasn't already there, because I wrote the code by myself. So yeah, you can, at least for this game, just copy the code and insert it into the Xfire games ini file. In your Xfire games ini, this code is probably not there yet. For the case that you want to add a game that was already in the Xfire games ini, just replace the original code with the one from the Word document, and yeah, the Xfire should work the way that I described it in the Word document now with the game. So when you copied the code, close the Xfire games ini and save your changes. In the past you just opened the options menu now and let Xfire search for new games, but yeah, the options menu isn't available anymore, so we need an alternative for this. This alternative is in the same folder as the Xfire games ini called Xfire ini. But before you open the Xfire ini, first restart Xfire. So go to the Xfire client again, go to Xfire and then to exit. Now restart Xfire. Xfire searches now again for the installed games. In the past I usually did this through the options menu, but this does also work. When the search is done, open the file Xfire ini. What you do see here are the games that are detected by Xfire, and yeah, how can you check if your new code is detected? You can just copy the number of the code. In this case it is the number 10,023, and now press Ctrl and F in the Xfire ini and copy the number into this search field and press enter. So in this case the game is detected. You can see that the number is in the Xfire ini. So yeah, and I will show you that the code is really working. So I open my games folder and yeah, start Portal Stories Mail. We are in the game now, and yeah, you can see this record was made through Xfire. Here is the Xfire in-game overlay, and yeah, everything seems to work fine. So yeah, you have the in-game clock, the FPS counter, the capturing function, and of course the screenshot function. So I will end the game again now. I'm on my desktop again, and yeah, you can see Xfire worked. Here's the screenshot. You hear it that I made it, and there is the video that you saw just now. Now I want to show you some other kind of code, because there are some games that are using different kinds of in-game renderer. An example is Crysis. You can play Crysis with DirectX 9 or DirectX 10, depends on your system. And what you need to do with the code that I created is that you need to delete the in-game renderer that you are not using. So if you use DirectX 10, you have to delete the in-game renderer DirectX 9 out of my code and then copy it into the Xfire games ini. In the past you had the ability to choose the in-game renderer in the options menu, but yeah, I sadly didn't found a way to do this manually without the options menu. So for those games you have to delete the not needed in-game renderers by yourself. If you have a game that isn't detected automatically, even when my file description of this of the code for this game in my Word document says that it should be detected automatically, you can also go to your Xfire user file, which is located at C users, your username, app data, roaming, and then Xfire. Here you can see all the games that you added manually to Xfire when the options menu was still available. And yeah, if you detected one of those games manually, Xfire won't detect it automatically, because sure, you have this self-set path in this file, and yeah, sure, the game can't be found with the new code. So what you need to do is to delete the line where this game is listed in the Xfire user file. But of course, as always, better make a backup of this file before you delete anything. And yeah, basically this was it, but there's one thing I still want to show you. What you also find in this file are some parts of the old options menu. So for example, we have some of the capture settings in this file, and you can still change the folder where your videos are saved, or you can change the FPS settings. When you change one of those settings in this file, make sure that you first exit Xfire so that the program don't runs anymore, and then change the settings, save the file and restart Xfire. If Xfire runs when you change the settings, your new settings won't be accepted. Xfire will set back the file then. That was it from me. I will upload another video soon where I explain how to create codes, so you can create codes for games which aren't in my Word document. And yeah, until then, have a nice day.